Today on an all-new episode of The Good Stuff, we're going behind the scenes with Mary's stylist Alexis Honce for a sneak peek inside the fitting room and the fashion secrets behind the show. Then, it's garage sale season. We've got expert tips to help you turn your clutter into cash. And Chef Randy Feltus and his wife Catherine serve up date night recipes for every stage of your relationship. Plus, Julianne Moore joins Mary, spilling on her wickedly funny new dark comedy. It all starts right now.
To the show. Today, I'm going to show you my take on one of my personal favorite appetizers to order pretty much anytime I see it on a menu. I'm not going to lie. We're talking shrimp scampi. Who doesn't love shrimp scampi? It's basically just shrimp swimming in garlic butter, and it is the best thing in the world. But to jazz it up a little bit and give you an excuse to eat shrimp scampi for dinner as opposed to an app, we're gonna make shrimp scampi linguine. Say that 10 times fast. Not gonna be it. Way easier to make this dish than it is to say that 10 times fast. So we're gonna get to work first, obviously, on the pasta because it takes the longest to cook. This dish comes together lickety-split, which I absolutely love. So I have got a pot here on a rolling boil, and I'm gonna season that up with some salt just to get it nice and seasoned. Then I've got about 300 grams of dry linguine here. Now, linguine is like one step up from spaghetti in terms of width. You could do fettuccine, you could do spaghetti, but I like linguine anytime I'm doing something seafoody. I don't know why, it just makes sense in my head. So we're gonna go in, so I give it a bit of a twist, pop it in, and then just get it all into that pot. All right, I'm gonna let that cook down just until it's nice and a little bit toothy still. While those noodles do their thing though, we're gonna get to work on the sauce. So I've got a pan here over about medium-ish heat, and I'm gonna go into there with a 1/4 cup of butter. Yes, a 1/4 cup of butter, because the sauce is mainly just butter. I warned you, it's gonna be delicious. If I was making this at home, I might even put in more butter, but you do you know. So a 1/4 cup is about half a stick. So I'm gonna go into that pan with that beautiful butter and get that melted. Ooh, we hot. Don't worry, we got this. We're gonna melt it down. This is gonna turn into brown butter shrimp scampi, which I'm not mad about. I'm gonna actually just carry this over with me so it can cool down a little bit. Okay, perfect. I'm hiding it, but don't worry, it'll come back. Okay, while that melts under there, I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta pick it up again because we're actually gonna add garlic into it. Okay, come on over. We're good. Everything, the wheels are on. We're good. All right, so for the shrimp scampi, because it's super garlicky, we're gonna go in with 4 cloves of garlic. So very, very punchy, super tasty. So as that butter melts down and gets golden brown, I'm gonna go right into the pan with that garlic. This is the spittiest butter in the world. This recipe's already going off the rails, but it's all gonna come together in the end. And I like to just rasp my garlic over that butter and tap it in. Now, these are really big cloves of garlic, so I'm just gonna add in probably about 2, but again, 4 would be what I'm gonna do at home because, you know, am I gonna have, oh, yeah. Alexis Honce, I'm sorry. My stylist, I have butter on this dress. You live and learn, you know? All right, so we have got that butter in that pan with that garlic, and I'm quickly going to throw in the shrimp. We've got about 400 grams, 350 of deveined frozen shrimp that I've thawed in cold water. So I'm gonna go into that butter. That'll cool it down. These shrimp in that hot butter will probably cook in like a minute per side, but we're looking good. So add those in. As soon as they start to turn pink, they are cooked and good to go. I have never seen this stove get this hot before. So it's a good day. All right. Okay, so those are cooking down, looking absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna give that a little bit of a shake. You can see it's starting to turn pink already. But while those shrimp start to cook, we're gonna make a little bit of like a breadcrumb topping, because one of my favorite things about shrimp scampi is the little toasts you get to dip in, or that little bit of crunchy on top. So I've got a few slices of bread here. Basically, you wanna use like 1 or 2 bread, like sandwich slices, but I just had some baguette left over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tear it into nice little chunks. This is gonna make a little bit of a breadcrumb topping, also known as a pan grattato in Italian, which just means breadcrumbs. So if you want to seem fancy, call it a pan grattato and make everybody eat your leftover stale bread. Always a good thing. So just tear that into nice little hunks. You can also cube it if you want bigger pieces. That would be delicious as well. But I like the kind of rough edges because they get a little bit more golden brown and delish. All right, so we're gonna get these ones ripped up. Those shrimp are definitely, this stove is wild today, guys. Oh, this is handy. I've never stood over here and looked at the camera to see how the shrimp are doing. Guys, what a day. All right, we're just gonna get that nice and cubed up, and we are good to go. So now we're gonna make this into a nice little crunchy topping. So what do we need? A little bit more butter, because of course. So about a tablespoon of butter is gonna go into this other pan here. And I'm gonna go in with a clove of garlic. So just add that on in. Ooh, it's hot too. Should have known better, Mary. Okay, it's gonna be good. Add that garlic in. And then we're gonna go in with our bread. Okay, know what I like about this? We could stop and start this all over again, but you know what? Sometimes this happens at home too. And you're like, whatever. All right. So that is cooking up. I'm gonna fully take that off the heat. We've got that garlic cooking down. That bread has absorbed all of that butter, and it's gonna get a little bit toasty and golden brown. So this shrimp is looking good. We're almost to the point where it's cooked through. Give it a bit of a flip. And if you were just making regular shrimp scampi, pretty much you're almost done. You just need to add in a few little flavorings. But give them a little turn, just to get them cooked on the other side as well. And then we get to add in one of my personal favorite flavor adders, and that is my good friend, white wine. Always a good thing. So we have got a dry white wine here. Whatever you've got hanging around in the fridge is good. Something you like to drink and like the taste of, because we are gonna concentrate this a bit. These shrimp are looking great, so I'm gonna actually take them out of this pan, pop them into a bowl, because we don't want them to overcook. So just add them into a bowl just to set aside. Sorry, today's a wild day. Okay, cool. It's always nice when you have a really nice audience though, so it's all feeling good. All right, so we've got all those beautiful shrimp. That shrimp just fell out. Guys, it's easier than it looks. All right, we're gonna go into this pan. I was gonna say a 1/4 cup of wine, but we're gonna go in with 1/2 cup of wine because it's one of those days. Add that on in. And you want that to come up to a simmer and just cook down just a little bit to get a little bit thickened. So while that's doing its thing, let's talk about the additional flavors of this dish. Obviously, we need some cheese. So I've got some Parmigiano Reggiano here, and I'm just gonna grate about 1/2 cup of that just to get ready to throw in. This is gonna bring the sauce together and give it a really nice texture. And I know I can hear some of you at home or maybe in this audience being like, Mary, shrimp and cheese, those don't go together. But thank you very much. In my house and in this lady's house, they definitely do. They're super, super tasty. So I want about 1/2 cup of that parm. That's just gonna bring everything together, add a little bit of saltiness and funkiness. Then I'm also gonna go in with some lemon juice and lemon zest. That's gonna bring a ton of extra flavor. So just zest over a lemon. Typically I would do this over the pan, but just to get ahead, I'm gonna do it in a bowl. And when you're zesting, you just want that yellow part. You don't wanna get too much of that white because it's a little bit bitter if you don't cook it down. So just that zest is all you need. Then I'm gonna go in with that juice as well, maybe about 1/2 a lemon. This one feels pretty juicy. Let's add that right on in. And then of course we need some green. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of some parsley. So I've got just flat leaf parsley here. If you are a curly leaf household, feel free. And if you don't have parsley, chives would be really good. You could even throw some basil in here. Not the most traditional, but it would be absolutely delicious. You want about 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. But honestly, measure with your heart when it comes to herbs. You buy that bunch of parsley or cilantro. I don't want it turning into guck in your fridge. Use as much as you want just to get it used up. I'm gonna pop that on into that lemon juice. Let's go check on our wine because I think everything is coming together. Let's see how those pastas doing. Okay, this is actually looking pretty good. The noodles are nice and cooked. The wine has cooked down and is nice and kind of simmery. So that's gonna be tons of flavor in there. So I'm just gonna drag these noodles right into that pan. And any water that comes along with it is actually gonna help build the sauce. Pasta cooking liquid is kind of like the Velcro of the cooking world. It makes all of this sauce stick onto these noodles because there's starch in it. So as those noodles cook, some of the starch comes out and it just kind of brings everything together and makes that liquidy sauce stick onto those slippery, delicious noodles. So pop that in. I'm gonna go in with that parsley and that lemon juice as well, just to bring more flavor. Don't forget all of that beautiful zest. I'm gonna go back in with my shrimp as well. Give that a little bit of a toss. And any of those juices that collect is also gonna help build that sauce. And we cannot forget about that cheese. So all of this beautiful cheese is just gonna get scattered right over top. Toss that in. And then if needed, it's looking a little bit thick, you're gonna go in with a little bit of that pasta cooking liquid. Sounds counterintuitive, but a little splash of this water brings everything together, gives you a nice emulsified, creamy sauce. Make it a little sloppier in the pan than you think it needs to be on the plate. This is looking stunning. Gonna go in with a little bit of pepper, little bit more salt as well. We are good to go. Okay, this pasta's looking great. We've got our breadcrumbs nice and crispy. Let's plate it up. Okay, see, it all comes together in the wash. We got this. All you need to do is get a beautiful bowl, pop those noodles right on into that, scatter those crispy little crumbs all over the top, and you are in for an absolute treat. Kind of tastes like you are out at your favorite restaurant enjoying a meal. Now, I can never turn down a shrimp, so I'm gonna go into this, but we gotta take a quick break. I'm gonna clean up this kitchen, but we will be right back.
Up next, it's garage sale season. We've got expert tips to help you turn your clutter into cash. That's up next.
Sale season, and here with her tips to help us get top dollar for our clutter is Megan Arthurs. Hello, Megan.
Hey, Mary.
Okay, I'm always amped when you're here because I love a good organization, but I love a garage sale.
I know, so many people do. It's like this is their favorite time of the year.
100%.
Yeah.
So what are some of the benefits that you think for throwing a garage sale?
So a garage sale is the easiest way to clear the clutter from your home and create instant cash.
Yeah.
We love that.
We do like that.
But beyond that, it's a great way to engage with your community, engage with your neighbors, and it also ensures that your items aren't ending up in a landfill.
Totally.
So I know a lot of people, they don't want to let go of their items because they're like, well, where are they going?
Yeah, totally.
What home are they going to?
Yeah.
But you quite literally know the new hands that are going to be taking care of your items. So it's a great event.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, cool. So let's get into your tips. We're going to start off in the world of advertising.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't advertise it, nobody knows.
It's true.
So we have a digital world now, so we can actually use that space to post your advertisement in community groups, on social media. You can even post a few pictures and sort of tease it, you know?
Oh, I like
Get
that.
people excited.
Yeah.
But Mary, I'm a classic girl. I know you are
I am
too.
too.
I love a sign.
Yeah, I love a
You know, I
sign.
love a
You go to the
sign.
dollar store, you get your Bristol board.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. It's so exciting. So you can get the classic signs we see at the store, or red and white sign. Okay, whatever. Or
This is what we would do.
bright board. Yeah. Okay, the thing about a bright board, you have to write with extremely large font.
Yes.
If there's a car driving by or a cyclist going by, they have to be able to read it. Otherwise, they don't know that you're having a sale.
No.
So you're putting garage sale, you're putting your address, the date, and the time. Saturdays are the best day
Totally.
to have a sale. And you can also talk to your neighbors. See if they want to do a sale too. So the whole neighborhood is doing it, the whole street's doing it. You're going to attract a lot more people.
Oh, I love that idea.
You're going to sell a lot more items. The one thing, though, that people forget to do is taking it down.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, when you drive in the neighborhood and you see the same sign for 6 months, you're
Yeah.
like, when is that sale going to end? Take your sign down.
Smart. Very, very smart. I love this. All right. Now, moving on, we're going to say to kind of stage it, right?
Yes, you want to stage it like a store. You want it to be visually effective. You know, when you go into a store and there's stuff everywhere, it's piled on top of each other, and you're like, that's my cue to exit because
I'm confused.
This seems confusing
Yeah.
and overwhelming. We don't want that for our sale.
Yeah.
So what we don't want want to do is just taking bins and boxes and shoving your stuff in it, because now people have to sort through it. It's actually going to create a really messy garage sale that you feel like you have to tidy up. Rather, you want things to be visually effective. So we are stacking vertically, we're saying what the item is, and we're grouping items into categories. So if you have clothing or outerwear, you're hanging them, easy to see. And then different categories. So we have toys, we have home goods, and we have decor. That's all laid out. So you can just walk through, see what you have, and it makes it a lot easier for people to shop.
It does, and I feel like it makes it easier for you to set up as well.
Totally.
Which I
it's
love.
very organized.
Double whammy, Megan Arthurs. I love that. All right, now this is a tricky one, I think, for a lot of people. Pricing it to sell, not to keep. Because the thing is, you have to recognize, just because you have an emotional attachment, maybe they don't.
It's so true. I know, the truth hurts. It's so true. Okay, we feel so attached to our items. No one really cares at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes we're like, well, it's perfectly new. It's like, look at the condition of it. Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah.
And we all, no, they don't. And we also know that, like, you're not going to be profiting, you know, like a 5-star vacation off of your garage sale.
No.
Like, we're pricing a little bit low.
Yes.
Rule of thumb, we're pricing 10% of the original cost that we spent for it. So if you buy water glasses, let's say for $20, we're pricing it around $2, depending on the item. You can see here that I have these grand yellow stickers with the price on it. I did not price every item individually, and you don't want to, because it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
People are going to come, and in their mind, they're already like, I don't care what the price is. I'm gonna
tell you what I'm paying for this.
Exactly. They're ready to negotiate. Everyone's like getting ready to have a little back and forth.
100%.
So,
I feel like that's the game for some people.
It is.
Real garage sellers, they go and they're like, I'm gonna get so much for $10.
It's true. It's so true. But I want to play a little game with you because sometimes it's not necessarily about the price of the item. It's about what the item represents, if it's a novelty item or a unique item. So we have 2 awesome pulls. We have to thank Adam from Oddball Vintage for supplying these.
Love.
So Mary, if you could pass me 2 of those glass plates. These are uranium glass eating plates, safe to eat on, from the 1930s.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask if we can dim the lights.
Okay.
And you're gonna shine your little flashlight to see how these plates are. Super cool.
Yeah.
So Mary, what do you think you
look
would
at that.
list these at a garage sale? What would you price these at?
Oh, I mean, they're fancy, they're old, they're almost 100 years old, but I'm going estate sale now. I'm going wrong. Like $5 each?
Okay, not a bad guess. These would be
Or were they fancy?
$2 at a garage sale, but online they're going for $40 to $50. What? I know.
I see, I was trying to get into garage sale mode.
So if you love those unique items, go to a garage sale, don't go online.
Yeah.
And then one more fun one. So this is a needlepoint print.
I love mushrooms.
Of a mushroom
Yes.
from the 1970s.
Okay, cool.
What do you think this would be priced at a garage sale?
I have absolutely no idea, but I already know I want it for my friend Renee, because she would love it,
Renee would love this.
Yeah.
So at a garage sale, this would be $2. Online, this is selling on Etsy for $150.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Got
okay,
it.
so we're all getting the vibe
We're getting
here.
the vibe. We're
the
getting the
vibe.
price to sell.
Exactly.
I love this. Now,
Exactly.
speaking of pricing to sell, I love what we have going on over here. It feels like I'm at a convenience store, and I'm so excited. You know, at the cash register, a mystery bag. Okay, what's going on here?
Okay, a mystery bag is just adding an element of surprise to your sale. So you're taking a couple miscellaneous items, you're putting them in the bag, and no one knows what's inside. People are gonna ask you, can you give me a clue? No clues here.
Mystery bag.
So our mystery bags are priced at $4. You can typically price them from $2 to $5. So we have one here, and I'm just gonna ask you if you wanna take a peek and show us what's inside this mystery bag.
Okay. Oh, this is already good. I got a tote. Love a tote.
Cute.
So good.
Very cute.
I got a cell phone holder that looks like a bunny.
We love that.
Obsessed. I've got a big hug mug. Gotta love this.
Oh.
This is from True Detective.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
I love that. And then,
One
oh
more
my
item.
gosh, this is worth the price of admission. These plates.
Oh.
I would would buy these as is for $5.
For your next cat party.
100%. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. I love that. That's so cool.
It's a fun idea.
Yeah, I love that. Now, I really like the idea that you're going to set the mood and make your garage sale really inviting.
Yes, you want to make it inviting. You want to create a really fun atmosphere, not just for you and your guests, but you want them to stick around a little bit, right? Awkward silences are not so fun at a garage sale. So here we have the cutest table. This is a lemonade stand. Nothing screams thanks for buying my toaster than a free gumball.
I love it.
And it's just like a nice way to give your guests a little refreshment, stay hydrated on a hot summer day, and maybe make 50 cents off a glass of lemonade.
I like it. Also, get the kids involved. So much fun. This is like my favorite activity in the summer. If I see a lemonade stand, I'm going to visit it. Megan, fantastic job. Thanks so much. Such great tips. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. That's great. That's so good.
Coming up, we're going behind the scenes with Mary's stylist, Alexis Honce, for a peek inside the fitting room and the fashion secrets behind the show.
Is my talented stylist. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And since we get a lot of questions from all of you about my outfits, we thought you might like to see what goes on behind the scenes. Check it out.
Hey everyone, welcome to my favorite place at the show, the Fashion Closet. This is where Mary and I meet once a week where we get to try on all the fun clothes. So this is where the magic happens, but it doesn't start here. We actually start at my desk and we're gonna go a little online shopping. So when we look at Mary's wardrobe, we start at the desk because we plan ahead. So we like to work at least 2, maybe 3 weeks ahead sometimes. And I always look at the lineup and see what theme shows we have. And then I pretty much go on our favorite websites where I know they have clothes that fit Mary's style. She loves color, she loves prints, she likes clashing prints, she likes clashing colors, and she really likes being different. I also go to the mall to shop too. I'm in shipping, I'm filling up my car. I call it a stylist car. It's got tons of bags all the time in it. I come up, steam everything, and after prepping everything and I get it all ready, I meet Mary in the wardrobe room to go over the outfits.
You ready for me?
Yeah, come on in.
Shall we start with dresses?
Let's do dresses.
That's typically
I
what
feel
we
like
do.
this one's gotta be a yes.
Yeah, super fun.
Try that.
Okay.
Do you want to try this one?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Oh, and then this one's so pretty.
The color is so nice.
So pretty.
I feel like that's
Mary.
gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's give it a go. I'll be back.
So cute!
Great job.
Yeah,
I
so
love this
cute.
color.
The color's so nice. So I don't run out and buy new basics every week. That would be impossible. So what we do is we kind of over time collect kind of the staples that she wears. So a lot of different pant colors so that we can rewear them all the time. Different t-shirt colors and that kind of thing. So that when I'm buying or borrowing clothes for the wardrobe for the show, it's really just like the trendy fun pieces. Fun fact, Mary and I make the outfits, but she actually picks what outfit she wears for which show because they're all themed, like some are spring themed, some are diner themed, and she likes to match the outfit to what she's cooking. And she also picks her shoes. Okay, so Mary, pick your shoe on this one, okay? We could go so many directions. We could go
I think I know what I want.
orange. We could go
Ooh.
yellow.
No, not yellow.
We could go chartreuse.
I feel like I'm feeling squiggly blue.
Squiggly, oh.
Yeah.
I love the squiggly blue,
Right?
actually. These squiggly blue got so much wear on season 1.
Season 1, these were like, I think the original shoes from season 1.
Yeah, they're from your photo shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think of this one?
Honestly, I'm not mad about it.
Oh,
Interesting.
interesting. I don't know, I like it. It's so different.
This is the thing, she says she has to see it on camera.
Oh yeah, we take a picture of everything because we work ahead and I always forget what shoes she wears.
Now, I have a question, Alexis. How many pictures of me looking progressively more disheveled do you have in your phone?
Whenever I search Mary on my phone, I have like 4,000 photos.
And eventually my hair's just
More
in a
than
big
my
hole.
kids. Okay, Mary, high five, good job.
Honestly, I feel great. I feel like we got a good few outfits. Shall we slot them in?
Let's slot them in. I cannot wait for everyone to see them.
Gonna be great.
Let's just pick which days you're gonna wear them.
Fantastic. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, so fun. Alexis, working with you is just the best. Also, fun fact, anytime Alexis says interesting, it means she has to think about it, but when my mom says interesting, it means she doesn't like it. So it's very confusing.
Yeah, we go back and forth
Yeah.
and I have to convince her. No, I really like it. Also, Also, that's the room where we do all our makeovers and stuff. So that's a busy, packed room. It's seen tears. It's seen joy. That room has seen a lot of things.
Yeah, honestly, always joy with you. We have a great time. It's so much fun. But you really helped me lean into my personal style. But that's something that a lot of people struggle with. So what are some of your main tips for that?
Well, thank you for saying that, because you already have a strong sense of personal style. But that's like my passion, is helping people find their personal style. And I think the biggest thing I ask people, what's your style?
Yeah.
And everyone goes,
Yeah.
So you have to describe your style with words, descriptive words, before you're ever gonna get a personal style. So let me just show you some examples, okay? So let's say you're edgy, okay? And you like that word, or something modern maybe. You're not gonna buy your classic blazer, you're gonna go out and buy a moto jacket.
Okay, cute.
So it's kind of like when you're in the mall shopping, whatever you're buying, I want it to fit these descriptive words. Here's like another piece that could be very edgy,
that's kind of fun.
Right? So you can still style them up different ways, but until you have a closet full of pieces that really speak to you, then you're not gonna have that personal style. So this one I kind of feel like is organic and bohemian, because it's linen.
Yeah.
It's got the nice little leaf print on it and nature vibes to it as well too. So if it's like, if you're more bohemian, you gotta go for those natural fibers.
Totally.
You could be romantic.
Ooh, that's nice.
So then you're gonna go for pieces with applique and ruffles.
Have I
and
seen
that
this?
Kind of, oh,
This is cute.
Should we try it on?
I was like, maybe try it on later. Yeah.
It's from RW & Co. Oh, I left the tag on it. It's from RW & Co. right here.
Nice.
So it's really about filling your closet with pieces that really speak to those words. So I try to find at least 3 words so that you can play with your style a little bit.
Okay.
And it goes even into your shoes. Even if you're like organic, it could be a classic pump, but the twist is it's with that natural fiber on it, so it still feels like you. If you're edgy, you can go for like a really heavy dark leather, but if you're more bohemian, you can go for more of a raffia style. So it's really about filling those pieces so you have something to play with.
Totally.
Because really, we all wear the same clothes. Like, we all wear t-shirts and jeans, or like a white button-up and jeans. It's how we add these pieces to it to make it uniquely you.
What would you describe your personal style as? Your 3 words. I feel like I just put you on the spot.
What do you mean? I do this all the time. Okay, well, my 3 words, classic, because I love classic shape and tailored clothing. Effortless, which to me just means like not too fussy. So it looks like you threw it on, but you still look good.
Yeah.
And I like modern. So even with this jacket, like the shoulders are stronger. There's like a really beautiful shape with it as well too. So I like to put like a little bit of modern, so it's not too boring.
Okay, I love
give me
that.
yours, just 2 words.
Okay, 2 words. I'm gonna say quirky.
Oh!
And weirdly kind of punky. Like, do you know what? I know today it's not it, but usually.
But it is, because you're wearing this cute little baby doll dress with like a card in it. It's so cool. But yeah, so find those words and you're off to a good start. But I want to show you it in action.
Yeah, let's see it in action. Okay, so come on out, Rukaya. Let's say it. Hey, Rukaya, so cute. Okay, so what do we got going on?
Quickly, because I want you to see the transition. We all have these pieces in our wardrobe, like denim and a white top. So let's take off the blazer. She's classic right now,
Here, I can hold your purse.
Now we're gonna make her bohemian. So this is just where if you don't have these pieces in your closet, you're not gonna have to put that on. And slip off your shoes for me too.
Oh, cute.
So we've got, see, a little duster. Everybody wears a duster.
I love a duster.
We're gonna get rid of the pointy toe shoes because that's not her vibe.
Okay.
And we're gonna give her all the natural materials. So we're getting a little bit more bohemian.
That's so cute.
If you have something in your closet and you want to make it a little bit more, you just add a little scarf.
Oh, that's
so it could
cute.
Just be something like that.
Very cute. Oh, I like this.
So see how it has a totally different vibe than the blazer and the pointy toe shoes.
It totally does.
Let's drop that. Let's do one more if we have time for it.
Yeah.
Let's make her edgy now.
I like an edgy. I feel like, Rukaya, you are a little on the edgy side. When you come in the morning, I'm like, edgy girl. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna, good luck here trying this one on. So we got, should I show that? So we've got these cool little studded shoes. So instead of a classic ballet flat like you have on, let's say, having the studs on it makes it edgy and totally gives a basic outfit a spin.
This is so cute. I love this jacket.
This is from Simons. The jacket's from Simons.
Yeah.
The bag is from Zara. Just wait. So we got edgy materials here. We've got studs throughout. And then even your sunglasses can be edgy too. You can put on a little bit of a nice shape there.
Oh, this is cute.
And when you see like all 3 looks next to each other, it's like all different, but yeah, we're all still wearing the basics. Because I always say we kind of buy the same pieces. It's how you style it and put it together. Totally. So really spend your money on your purses, your shoes, and your jackets, because that's what's going to change your style every day to make it more you.
Well, one thing you always talk about, and we saw it on Rukaya when you came out, is that blazer look. But like, I feel like anytime I put a blazer on, I'm not sure I like it. I have one that I like. and it's a little boy's blazer that I got at a discount store.
Honestly, we've never put you in a blazer on the show, which is amazing.
We've tried.
We've tried,
Yeah.
but like, it doesn't feel right. And I always say my mom's got amazing style.
Yeah.
She doesn't own one blazer. So you know when you see people, you must have a blazer to have a certain style.
Yeah.
No, you don't, because your personal style might say get a moto jacket, get a duster jacket, get a cropped trench.
Okay, cool.
So before you buy, do a little homework, shut out the noise, and just really think who you are.
Okay, I love that, Alexis. That's great. Thanks so much, Rakaya. You look awesome, Alexis. Great work. We gotta take a break, but we'll be right back. That was great. May is Asian Heritage Month, and to celebrate, a Kin restaurant has a very special menu. So we sent my friend Pei Chen to check it out.
I'm at a Kin restaurant in Toronto where Chef Eric Chong has a limited time dim sum menu, and he's going to give me a little lesson in folding dumplings. Let's go. So Eric, you've got a special dim sum inspired menu going on right now. How is that different than, say, the traditional dim sum that a lot of people would know?
I've taken about 10 dim sums that are traditional, so like siu mai, cha siu bao, or like the black bean sprout, and just done our own modern interpretations. When you eat it and close your eyes, you'll still get the similar textures, flavors, however it's presented and plated much differently.
So what are we going to start off with?
So starting off, of course, dim sum is all about a lot of the dough, making it fresh every day. The first one, we're gonna make our crystal dumpling dough. Literally 2 starches, boiling water, disgustingly hot. Yeah.
But you have chef hands, which means you have lost the feeling, the sensation in your fingers.
Absolutely.
So what's next?
All right, so we're gonna get your hands dirty and we're gonna actually fold some of the Kin's crystal dumpling.
Oh, you know I'm good at that.
Yeah.
My parents had a food stall at the Halifax Farmers Market for many decades, and they sold dumplings, which every one of them was made by my mother. She's always told me that my dumplings are too ugly to eat. The final product should look like this.
Yes.
What you've already made.
It takes about 100 pinches to get one dumpling.
100 pinches of love. You know, it's almost like a little butter tart shape.
Yes,
that
yes,
you're
yes. That's a great analogy.
Points there. We might need to redo this one.
Yeah, that one's a goner. That one's a goner. That one's a goner. We have 100 pinches to make.
We have 100. Do you count them in your head when you do it?
Yeah, over and over.
It's interesting that you decided to do 100 instead of just like 4. I did not count 100 pinches. I was too focused on not breaking the skin.
That's not bad. I wouldn't serve it in my restaurant, but that's not bad for your first time.
There we go. Looks just almost like all of the rest of them. And since I excelled at one dumpling, we're gonna do a second dumpling. What are we making next?
So I would say the second most popular dim sum. First you have the hagao, now you have the siu mai.
Pork and shrimp. It's a delicious combination.
Yeah, so we just did it with the best ingredients possible. So we use Iberico pork. And instead of pork fat, we actually use lardo. And it like creates this beautiful,
It's
fat,
silky.
rendered.
Yes.
Very silky, yeah, silky. That's a great description, silky.
Great. You just used the word great.
Silky.
Keep that. Mark it.
You can just practice rolling it. Roll like a noodle with one hand.
Funny how differently we roll. This is why I think making my own dim sum, I would actually starve. Because by the time I've made enough pieces to eat, it'll be 8 hours later. Mine's more of a tart.
You got that butter tart in you again.
I do. I have a butter tart mentality.
Great. Let's get cleaned up and we'll start plating and doing some tasting.
Can I plate as well?
Yeah. So now we are going to plate our Cheong Fun course together.
Okay. How would you rate it?
Yeah, not servable.
Today was it was a learning day, and I think that with practice, I could definitely be a little bit better. Would you have me back?
No, but you're always welcome as a guest, Paige, just not as an employee.
Thank you. You know, you do have high standards, Eric. That's something people should know about you, and when they come to dine here, they will know that it's the best of the best. I do think that Eric used the word great and maybe passable at some point. And that is like almost an Asian A+.
honestly, you did way better than I would ever do. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back.
Coming up, Chef Randy Feltus and his wife Catherine serve up date night recipes for every stage of your relationship.
Here with the ultimate date night cookbook, please welcome the authors, husband and wife duo, and social media stars, Catherine and Randy Feltus.
Thank you.
Hello, you two.
Hi, how you
Okay,
doing?
first off, huge congratulations on this stunning new cookbook. It's so
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Catherine wants the ultimate date night cookbook. Now, Randy, you are a chef.
Yes,
And Catherine,
true
you've
story.
always worked in kind of the culinary arts and things like that. So tell us a little bit about your story and about this beautiful book.
Okay.
You tell the story, I'll tell the book.
Yeah.
There you go.
About 18 years ago,
Yeah.
Brandy owned a restaurant. He was a chef. I was a bartender there. We fell in love for a very short period of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we broke up.
I mean, every good relation
Yeah.
needs a bit of an intermish,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think things
Well,
through.
Yeah.
It was about a 13-year intermission.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and then 13 years later, we were both divorced at the exact same time. I slid into his DMs.
Oh, nice.
The rest is history.
Okay, that is, I love this. I love it so much. You know what? Second time's the charm, because you're like, you know what? We
Yes.
thought about this.
Yeah.
We're ready to go.
Resting period.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Randy, tell us a bit about the book.
Okay, so the cookbook kind of just happened because we were posting on social media. Everyone liked to see what we were doing.
Yeah.
They wanted recipes. We started doing recipes. It kind of blew up.
Yeah.
And so then we decided to put all the recipes into a book. It's the ultimate date night. So a lot of like dinner for twos.
Nice.
So it'll give you some game if you're in a new relationship or if you're in an old relationship. And then there's also sections in there where it's larger parties as well.
Okay, I love that. That's fantastic. Yeah, I love that this book is divided into kind of recipes for the different stages
Yes.
of all relationships. So let's start things off by breaking the ice.
Break the ice.
Okay, what are we starting with?
You need the cocktail.
It's
you
the
got it.
Pim's Cup.
Yeah. Oh, I love the Pim's
Cup.
Cup. Yes.
It's not a hard cocktail to do. It's actually quite simple, but the garnish here is where we're going to put the extra work and kind of the razzle dazzle. So we've got some cucumber in there. We've got some fresh lemon because every bartender knows you got to balance the sweetness with the acidity.
That's the thing. I think you think about cooking like that, but if you know how to make a good drink, you know it's all about the balance.
It's exactly the
Yeah.
same, right?
I like
and
this.
then a little finesse. You know, you're on the date. You're trying to impress her. You
Yeah,
slap the
yeah.
mint a bit. It smells nice. You tuck it in there, and it's
it
like,
does.
wow! All of a sudden, you're setting the stage for romance.
Oh my gosh! Well, cheers to you two. This is I'm a great third wheel. I'm not gonna lie. So this is gonna be absolutely fantastic. Let's finish this. Oh, that's a good Pim's Cup with the ginger. Oh,
yeah.
that's a stunner. Stone cold stunner. All right. Now with that, we've got the ice broken.
We got the ice broken.
Maybe we've been on a number of dates and we're saying, hey, you want to get married? Let's talk about marry me salads. Yeah, that's how you get
So the
engaged, right?
salads are really what hits home,
Yeah.
right? Catherine loves this, but if I really want to get Catherine excited about a salad, I just clean out the fridge.
Oh.
She loves it when I clean up.
I do too. It's double duty. It's so good because you're like not wasting food. You get a clean fridge after and you get something delicious.
Yes.
So there, Catherine's very happy because I pulled 10 different vegetables out there, gave it to Julianne.
Yeah.
And then we'll just do a little peanut sauce here.
Oh, yum.
So we're starting with peanut butter.
Okay.
And then we've got some fish sauce in there.
Nice.
A little bit of sesame oil.
Oh, I love these flavors
And
already.
If you can cook together at home, you know, this is also the answer. We got soy sauce, rice wine vinegar.
This smells so good already.
It's already coming together.
Yeah.
And a little left fresh lime juice.
Beautiful.
So now,
Okay.
that's pretty simple to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
You ready? You think
And
you
you're
feel like
also-
that's incorporated?
Oh, was that a question? Oh no, guys. Yeah.
I do. Yeah, let's
I
just
think
make
it's
sure your
perfect.
ratios
Yeah.
are fine.
Do you know what I love about this too? You're not just cleaning out your fridge. You're also cleaning out your pantry with all those sauces.
Yeah.
All
This
the-
is one of those
Yes.
ones where you go in, get all the things you think are delicious.
Yeah, and you just kind of pull them all out
Yeah.
and mix them all up together. But now you've got something like vibrant and gorgeous.
I also love that you could make this in advance if you wanted to, because we got all those crunchy vegetables in there. You're not
Yes.
worried about wilting.
Right.
Oh, this is
Totally.
stunning.
Look at this.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go one more level. I mean, the more height, the better, right? We're gonna go
100%.
bigger.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
stunning. Yeah.
we do a little bit of crunchies on top. We got
Oh,
some
we love a
sweet
crunch.
potato, parsnip.
Yes. Oh my gosh, look at that. You know what? If you can do a magic trick like that, defying gravity, you're
Nice
in for
whisking,
a
baby.
win. That is stunning. All right, now, last but not least, let's talk about, maybe you do this before the Marry Me salad, maybe after, whatever floats your boat. Meeting the parents.
Meeting the parents.
Yeah, so what are we talking?
So This is all Catherine.
Yeah.
This is the Oscar smoked salmon, and I fell in love with this dish before I even fell in love with Randy.
Okay,
He's been making it that long.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so I enjoyed it over the years, and then when Randy finally met my family, he made it for them, and they fell in love with it too.
Oh my gosh. So tell me a bit about this dish.
So it's a hot smoked salmon. So it's cured with maple syrup and salt, and then it's smoked, and then it's glazed with herbs and a little bit more maple syrup.
Oh my
And so I
gosh.
don't know if you know this, but my dad makes the maple syrup,
was
and
gonna say,
he
this is
loves
your
you.
last-
So
Oh my
he told
gosh.
me to give you a bottle.
No
There you go. Homemade maple syrup.
This is also so much maple syrup, and I am going to polish this off
They'll be
weirdly
gone in no
quickly.
time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to dig into this salmon because
Oh
it
my
looks like.
gosh.
So how do you serve
So
this up?
This is the best. So you can go large quantity. You can do it for appetizers. You can actually make it as a main course. You could serve it with rice. You could serve it with anything. But Catherine just likes a crostini, or like you, straight up.
Straight up.
You get the salty, the sweet, the smoke.
A little bit of smoke in there. That is, I understand
See?
why she fell in love with your Randy.
Yeah, listen.
That is a delicious.
If you can win her over and the family, you know, everything's done. You're good.
100%. Oh my gosh. Brave woman eating on TV. That was fantastic. Well, thank you both so much for being here
Thank
today.
you.
And thank you for this maple syrup to Mr. Feltus. What a delight.
There you go.
And thanks to Catherine and Randy. You're all going home with a copy of their new book. We gotta take a break, but we'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Up next, Julianne Moore joins Mary, spilling on her wickedly funny new dark comedy. Stay tuned.
Joined by a star-studded cast, I recently got the chance to chat with Academy Award winner Julianne Moore about her epic new dark comedy, Sirens. Hi, Julianne. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I am absolutely thrilled to chat with you today about Sirens. Huge congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks, that's so nice of you.
Absolutely crushed the episodes. So thank you for filling an evening for me and my husband. But I have to say, it's such a masterclass in dark comedy. And it's such a fascinating look at the kind of corrupting powers of both wealth and class and toxic relationships. Can you tell us, though, a little bit more about the show?
The show takes place in a beautiful house on an island somewhere in the North Atlantic, where very wealthy people live. And you see Megan Fahey, who plays Devon, come from Buffalo, New York, to come get her sister Simone, who is working for the wife of a billionaire. And so you enter it from that perspective. You know, Devon has kind of come to rescue Simone to get her out of there. And then you kind of gradually it's revealed who these people are and what's going on.
You play Michaela, the charming, mysterious, dare I say, menacing character. Was she fun to play, to kind of put on that role? Because the thing that I found most engaging about watching you playing Michaela was your ability to smile in the most terrifying way.
Well, it's interesting that you perceive her as being scary. I think what's terrifying about her is her ability to control a situation. And that's what you realize social hierarchy is, and certainly and financial hierarchy. Because Kiki is sort of way up there in terms of like what kind of wealth she possesses. She's someone who can seem menacing, right?
Yeah. One of my favorite things, I wasn't expecting it when I watched the show, was Kiki's activism and her activism in the world of birds. So I'm a birder.
Me
I'm
too.
a real bird nerd.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is thrilling. Was it fun to work with those birds, or was it lightly terrifying?
Best. It was so fun. I'm not afraid of birds. I'm not, I really like them. I like to handle them. There's one scene, maybe you remember it, where there's kind of a teenage bird and I'm talking about him, and off camera I had been talking to him and I've been stroking him a little bit and trying to get him to eat. He didn't want to eat. He was very he seemed really, really shy, but I've been talking to him so much and petting him that in the middle of the scene he jumped onto my hand. Do you remember that when he saw? Yes. So that was completely unexpected.
Really?
That was like, and I was so thrilled. So basically, I kind of gained his trust in the time that I was working with him. But it was really fun for me to get to work with those birds.
So thank you for being my bird nerd queen about that. I'm gonna give this interview a little bit of a hey, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank Thank you so much, Julianne. It was so nice talking with you.
Nice to talk to you too. Thanks so much.
Thank you once again to the wonderful Julianne Moore, a fellow bird nerd. We had such a great chat. That is our show for today. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time for more of the good stuff.